yeah, let's start building. So the most important part of this casino is you will build a 9 by 9 block rectangle or square, and then we put in some redstone lamps. The first one we put in the middle, one row above ground. Then we have like diagonally, but with 2 blocks between the next lamps. Then just upwards 1 block and sideways 1 block the next lamp. Then we just leave 3 blocks on top of this lamp and put there the other lamp. Same goes on this side, and then same goes on this side, and then the same for the top lamp. So now it should look like that. You can just pause the video in any moment and make sure you build everything I built here. I decided to do the decoration part. First I was not sure about it, but it's not that complicated actually. The only thing I did here is just replace the quartz blocks right next to the lamps with some red clay or red concrete. And then just for the middle part, as you can see here, you can choose basically any design. I just went for this kind of rectangular or square shape, which looks like that. And here in the middle we afterwards have our soulfire flame. And I also really like to display the ores, which you can win like this. Then we have here some emeralds. And on the bottom 1 diamond again, should look like that. And then we cover all those ore blocks with item frames. And then we just put in here our real prices, which is a nether star on top. Here we have 3 diamonds. Here we have the 2 emeralds on each side. And what you can do is basically you can use any price you like. So you could, that's just examples. You can just use any price you really like for it. And it's just completely up to you which prices you put into the casino. And to make it even more fancy and to make it a little bit more like we have a depth to this surface here, to this completely flat surface, I will also add in some stairs below every lamp now and on the bottom side, and also facing upwards above every lamp. I have to put in here another row of quartz blocks just shortly, so temporarily, so I can place all those stairs in like this. And also for the inner part, just let's face the top part downwards, and the bottom part stairs, we're facing them upwards like this. So now it gives the wheel or the Wheel of Fortune much more depth, so it doesn't look that boring. So you can completely customize it, you can completely design it how you like it. And yeah, now we'll go to the redstone wiring part, and we also will need some comparators. And first we're gonna go with the blue wool. So at first I want to make sure that we can power every lamp, and that's the blue circuit. So we go here like, for example, we go here just 5 blocks, and then we just wire them. Then gonna do the same for this part here, just stay as low as possible with the redstone, like 1 block here, 4 here, like this. Same goes for these lamps on top. Oh, I have to go, of course, 1 to the side. Like this. And the same goes for the other side. Oops. Like that. Just wire everything up with redstone. And now we have the bottom part of the wheel done. Now we have to get a little bit more creative with our redstone wiring. We have to connect all those lines. Basically, the main thing to think about is every other block there has to be a redstone line. So we need to have this one space in between all those lines. So we have to space them out evenly. Next one are these lamps. So just block down 1. You can also go like this, like that. And then go all the way down here. And we do not need those supporting blocks. And just wire everything up. Should look like this. And then we mirror it on the other side, just block 2 block outwards. Put redstone on top, 1 to the side. And then just stare down like that, with some blue wool stairs for redstone, and yeah, just wire everything up. It should look like that. And for the last lamp on top, we have to connect it to this piece of redstone here. And to make room for the soul fire in the middle, we have to block up just like this, so to make a little bit of room for the soul fire in the middle. So now we want to go up like this, just 3 blocks, then go up here, and yeah, just wire everything up correctly. Remove the supporting blocks if you want to. And now we should have here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So should be fine if we power this line here. So just check everything. If we power this line here, yeah, the lamp should lit up. Perfect. The next step, we want to make sure that we just change our wool color for the tutorial. Now we go with some red wool, some high contrast. Now we have the calculation part, basically the part where everything is processed, all the signals moving around. And we do it by just placing a red block of wool in front of every of those lines and just place in a repeater. With one exception here, which is this one. I will show you the reason for it afterwards, but we have to remove this one and just place it on the floor. And except of this repeater, we put all of them on 2 ticks delay, like this. And then we just place a block next to this repeater and just go all the way to the other side, like that. And from there on, we need 2 extra blocks. And also we have to do additional 4 blocks on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So starting from this repeater, we have here 4 blocks, and just to remember, on the other side we only have 2 blocks next to this repeater. Then we're gonna place in 8 of those redstone repeaters, alternating every other block, except do not use the blocks directly above these repeaters, just use every other block, like this. And we wanna place in 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have every other block a repeater, and they should not intersect with any of those repeaters connected to the blue lines. So afterwards we have to just block down on every side with 1 block, like this, and then just connect everything in between. And then just go down to the floor and just connect everything up to the other side as well. We need here an additional 2 blocks like that, and also cover them with redstone. I will explain you afterwards why they're here and why we need them. So just to make sure we reach a signal strength of 15, we want to place in here a temporary torch, and we can reach with our signal up to here. So we'll replace this block here with a repeater, and now the circles should be completely powered. But we don't want that now, so we just wait until it's unpowered and place the redstone back in, so everything is unpowered now. Next up, we want to make sure we can lock all those repeaters, and also we want to connect, basically every intersection here with redstone has a different output, like this one has this line, this one this line, and so on. However, this line here does not have an output, and this line here should have this output. So basically what we want to do is place a repeater here, and just connect here everything up. So also this line has an output and this line has an output. So it also means that this line is double, that the chance of hitting this line is double compared to every other line. So make sure this is, for example, something good, for example a diamond, or you can also use something bad as an emerald. It's completely up to you, but the line to the left will have double the chance of all the other lines in terms of winning. The next part is locking all those repeaters. So we want to make sure to go 2 blocks out from every repeater here, and just placing in a row of red wool behind it, like this. So, and then we just place repeaters facing into those repeaters, wire everything up with redstone. And we also want to lock this repeater down here. And just grab, for example, here in the middle, like that. Just place a redstone, a repeater, wire this up. You can remove that piece of redstone. And if we now power this line, every single repeater should be locked with this bedrock bar, as you can see here. And what we're gonna do now is we will move on to the input part. So I just grab a diamond block, like that. Oh no. Diamond block, like that. Come on. What is happening? Like that. Oh, I just place it into empty space. Just place it here, and then I grab a button, like this, and now that's our input. That should spin the wheel afterwards. And just for making it easier for you, I will just connect it like that. Of course, you could also just power it from down below, like this, and just go with the line there. However, I will do it now just to make it a little bit easier. On the top floor, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then just place in another repeater. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Another repeater here. And the redstone dust here. Another repeater here. This one set to 4 ticks. 2 pieces of redstone. 2 comparators facing in this direction. 2 comparators facing in the other direction. Another 2 pieces of redstone. And here is our temporary button input. So if we press this button here in front, this pulse extender should get powered and should power everything in behind, and also make sure that the casino is not getting spammed all the time and someone is just hitting the button in front and breaking all the circuits. So the next thing we want to do is grab some droppers. Also don't need that block. And we want to make sure that we have here 1, 2, 3, then here a repeater, there a repeater. And basically what we want to do now is just place in any block. We just choose now wool, orange wool for the randomizing system, like this. Place them facing into each other so the faces will face each other, and just power, just set this repeater to 4 ticks. So what this system does is it powers this dropper first, and after a certain amount of delay, this dropper second. So we would want to put everything into this dropper, which is our non-stackable item, and also 1 stackable item. It's a quartz block. It can be any block which can be stacked to 16 or 64. It doesn't really matter. And then we want to grab the output of the empty dropper like this. And if I place in here a piece of redstone, I just can grab this output here, or I can grab this output there. This output there. So it can be either of those ones. As you can see here, it's this repeater just lights up shortly, and oh, I have to wait a second, of course. It's again this repeater. Just wait a second. Now it's both. So it's either this repeater or both of them. And now we want to make sure that it's not both of them, so we don't get both outputs at the same time. We want to make sure that it's either this one or this one. So just put in here a target block, some redstone, here an orange block for example, and here a piston facing into this direction. And we want to set this repeater here to just 2 ticks. So what this system basically does now, it just gives us either that output or this output, not both of them. So I press this button here, we just got the right one. And if I press the button again, we may get the left one. No, just get the right one again. Press it once more, just to give you an overview. Yeah, now we got the left one. So next we want to repeat this process. So now we have 2 outputs, but we want to have 4. So we have 4 different lengths where the casino wheel is spinning. So we just go now here, like that. We just place in a little bit of redstone. It's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just place in some repeaters here. Put in some redstone here. And then we basically repeat this module here. So we want to make sure this one is set to 4 ticks. Place in 2 droppers facing into each other, and into the left and to the right one we want to place our stone sword, or our non-stackable item, and then here we will place our stackable item, and we want to repeat this process here. So we just put in 2 blocks again, droppers facing into each other. Into the right one we place the stone sword, and then we place the block, the quartz block. Here again, this repeater on 4 ticks, this repeater on 1 tick. Then we wire everything here up, like that. We will place here a protective wall that the redstone doesn't connect to each other, like this. And just connect this line to the right output. So the left output should now be facing into this module, and the right output should now wiring up this module here. Again, we will place the comparator into the hopper to dropper, which is empty, reading the inventory of the dropper, which is empty, of course. And then again, we will rebuild this module here. So it's just a comparator, 2 pieces of redstone on every side, repeater, 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 and then we have here our target block, here our wool block, target block, just some redstone, again here some redstone, and our piston facing into the wool block, and just setting this repeater to 2 ticks. So now placing the repeaters behind them. And what we should get now is, if I press this button, we should get one of those 4 outputs. So completely random again. You cannot determine the outcome of this casino. It was now this repeater here, and I just do it again. Now it was the left repeater. So it's basically completely random which of those 4 repeaters will light up and which one will get the signal. So next up we're gonna build the pulse extenders. So we end up here with a very short pulse of redstone with one of those 4 repeaters, and we want to extend it so the wheel spins a little bit longer and not just for one single pulse, which is going through this randomizer system. And we're gonna do that by some pulse extenders with hoppers. So first we wanna start with those 2 middle repeaters. Just run them into this wool block. Just check the signal of the hopper with the comparator here, and run the hoppers into each other so they face into each other and can transfer items between them. And then we want to make sure we just grab a redstone torch and put it here. Put here some redstone, here a block, redstone torch, and some redstone on top. And that should do the trick. And we basically want to repeat this module on this side, just mirror it. Redstone torch on this side, redstone, wool block here, just some redstone here, redstone torch there, and 2 hoppers facing into each other. And yeah, oh, of course I forgot the the comparator here, sorry. Like this, now it's correct. And that's our output afterwards, our final output. And we're gonna repeat the same process here. Just start with the redstone torch there. Check the signal of the hoppers. Here the redstone torch, and here the redstone. 3rd module done. Here the output. And now just mirror it again. Here the block. Just running the redstone here. Redstone torch, repeater facing into this block, reading the inventory of those 2 hoppers, another block, 2 lines of redstone, and another torch, and here the last output. And just to show you again where the outputs are, I will place in here some redstone lamps. It's completely unnecessary to do that, but it's very friendly to the user of those casinos, so you really know what's going on and where your outputs are going. Then we place in some repeaters here. And also we want to make sure to get some composters or some furnaces to reduce server lag and also to prevent people from throwing items into your hopper and therefore just messing up the system. I will check shortly if that works. No, it doesn't work. So great, you can also use composters because they're slightly cheaper compared to the furnaces and just prevent people from throwing items into your system and messing your length of the casino spin up. So now we can just throw in here a random amount of blocks. It doesn't really matter how much you put in here. Of course, the lower the amount of blocks, the less time or the less time the wheel spins, and the higher the amount, the longer the wheel spins. So I just go with 9, then I will add 5 more than 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go with 14. Then another 9 more, so we go with 19 blocks, and then another 5 more, which should be 24. So we have 24, 19, 14, and 9. I think on the other side I did it differently, but now we have slightly increased times for the casino wheel to spin. And as I can show you now here, if I press this button, one of those 4 lines will get powered. It was the rightest one. Like that, it just got powered for a certain amount of time, and if I press it again, you can also check it at any point of the build. Yeah, now it's the dead one, and yeah, we'll check if this side also is working. So just press it a few times at this stage of the build. Yeah, this side also works, so everything is fine. So now we have to wire all those inputs up to the red circuit, and we're gonna do it by just grabbing some redstone and lining everything up, placing a repeater here, and then just some redstone to go there. We also have to run it into a block to invert the signal, because we want to have a powered redstone line like that. Just run it like this and remove this torch and run it into here. So the next part we want to do is we want to make sure, and therefore I will grab another wool color. We really want to make sure that now just only one single redstone tick is captured in this line, and I will show you how to do it very easily. First of all, we have to remove this redstone just shortly. We will put it there back soon, and we will just put in here where it doesn't really disturb us. We just put in here a redstone repeater, a piston into the floor, just a random block, and another repeater. And if we now place a redstone torch here, we just have this single pulse just running through the system, as you can see here. We just started the wheel, and if we look at it from front, we can see we have now this fancy spinning design, and it's really satisfying to watch. And what we can do now is just place in some note blocks. However, I think I will cover them with something during this video, because I don't want to get too noisy. But as soon as we place the redstone back in here, it should stop, and it should stop at one single lamp. If you stop at 2 lamps or 3 lamps, or more of the lamps are lit, you did something wrong, and just rebuild. Please rebuild the red circuit. So there's certainly something wrong going on. And you can also remove this contraption afterwards, but usually I keep it because it's very helpful if you just play with the redstone circuit and want to start it again. So now I will place the note blocks in, just do it starting on the left line like this, just put in them like that, and everything should be fine now. So if I just run the wheel for a certain amount of time, just press the button in front, it should now work. Yeah, of course the tone is now different compared to the wheel I showed you in the beginning of the video, because we have iron blocks beneath the note blocks. And yeah, it should also stop at some point, and now it stopped at a diamond. For the soulfire in the middle, we want to make some pistons, oops, one block further, here. And facing the piston into this soul soil. And if we light the soul soil with the lighter, like this, like this. There we have the fancy blue flame. So there should be now one block in between the red block here from the wheel and this soul soil block. And if we extend the piston, we can light this block on fire. And we do that by just placing a dispenser above it. And what we can also do at this point is just move this block one block up, so we make sure that we do not waste any lighters in here, because if you leave it like that, it basically lights every time your wheel completes one full circle. So just move this one wool block upwards, one block. It will help you save some resources on lighters. Yeah, now we want to power those. Just put in here some different wool colors. Let's go with the green again, and here we can go just with green too. So we have here two different lines which we want to connect afterwards, and we just grab a signal from this output here, because we want the soul fire to start when the casino starts, and we want the soul fire to end when all the wheel spinning is done. So basically just use here some redstone here, and then just 2 repeaters like this. So one set to 1 tick and one set to 4 ticks, and then another 2 pieces of redstone, and just a repeater facing into this direction, facing into a dropper here, like that. And then we grab a hopper and just run the hopper into the dropper. So that's a monostable circuit. We just pop in an item and it just gets sucked back into the dropper afterwards. So just put in one random item in here and make sure to cover the hopper again with a composter to make sure that nobody is interfering with your systems, and also to make sure that server performance is not an issue. So then we want to read the inventory of the hopper with this comparator. Just get into a repeater very quickly, and that's basically our piston part. And then we want to also make sure that our dispenser with the lighters is getting fired, or is getting powered, not fired. So therefore we need a short pulse, and we can generate a short pulse by just grabbing here a repeater, here another repeater set to 2 ticks, piston in the middle, here another block, and then we can just run the first line into the top line which powers the dispenser, just like this. Just remove all the supporting blocks if you want to, and then just count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Just throw in a repeater here, because now we have enough to power this dispenser there. Afterwards, we want to make sure that the second line, starting from the hopper here, is reaching this piston here. So the same goes for that one. Just go like this. Then just block down like that, and just count again that we do not have a too weak signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, just go here with the repeater and place in the redstone leading up to this piston. And now we can test the system. Just press the button. As you can see now, the piston will get moved forward, and afterwards the dropper should light it. However, as you can see now, I forgot something. I forgot to set a delay to this repeater here. Just I think 2 more ticks, so basically 3 ticks on this repeater should do the trick. So let's try it again. Yeah, and as you can see now, we have the soul fire in the middle burning, and as the wheel stops, come on, stop, yeah, the soul fire is now off again. And yeah, we can do it now as often as we want, so everything is working now, the soul fire gets lit up, that's perfect. Now we want to cover it so we do not see the redstone tag behind it, so just grab some, oops, that's a quartz there, so some blocks here. So just grab some quartz blocks and fill in all the gaps. Make sure that you do not fill the gap between the red wool and the soul sand, so just fill it 1 block beneath. And you can also put in here some quartz blocks and 1 quartz block on top of this piston. So from there it should look like this, and we have here this 1 green wool, and if you do not like it like that, just replace this 1 green wool with a quartz block and place the redstone back there. And if we light it now, no redstone is visible, and we get our soul fire in the middle, which is very nice, I think. So let's move on to the last part, and the last part is to read all the outputs of those lines. So basically, if we have this diamond, now we want a diamond, you should get also a diamond dispensed out of this dropper here, so we can put our prices 1 quartz block line above, like this. So we now have, for example, here the nether stars, we have here, or we just do it like in the other way, we have here the emeralds, and we have here the diamonds. And I will also label them with some frames. Just label it from the back like that. So we have the netherite, the nether star in the middle. We have here the emeralds, and we have the diamonds on the left here. So now everything is labeled, and we will move on with some fence gates. Doesn't really matter which one you take. We need some observers and also some redstone torches. And we need the redstone torches here, 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 and here. And what it does is, sorry, I forgot this one. We have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 redstone torches. And as you count here, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outputs. And that's why I told you before, like this output here, this line here has twice the chance. And because it has twice the chance, we also need 2 outputs for this, for, I think it's a diamond, right? Yeah, it's a diamond for this diamond. So now we just place in all the fence gates like this. They should all be opened, except for the one where the lamp is powered, and therefore this torch is off, this one is closed, and we will detect this state by an observer, like this. Just place in 1 observer on top of all those fence gates, and then just block up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All facing downwards, so this kind of red output is facing up. There we just place another block, just go with another wool color. We'll go with, I don't know, with this purple wool here. Just place in the wool here. And I think is it 5? Yes, of course, I forgot one. Just do another one on top. It makes you a lot of an easier life afterwards with the wiring. So then we just place in the purple wool on top. And a sticky piston facing towards the casino wall. And then we're gonna place in a redstone block. On every piston. Like this. Now we have here 9 redstone blocks. But we wanna make sure that this one where the line is powered, because one line should be powered now, this one is spit out, so it's 1 block moved towards the casino wall. And now we want to wire just everything up, so we just grab some item frames to make it a little bit easier for us. So just place an item frame on all of those purple wool. And grab you some items. So if you now follow the nether star line, which is the middle line, it should be this fence gate. So that's the nether star. That's how you basically determine which price gets you which item. And if I do it now, I just copy it from this side. It's just diamond to emeralds, diamond to emeralds. Just do it like that. Diamond to emeralds, diamond to emeralds, diamond, diamond. And don't worry, we have now here 1, 2, 3, 4 diamond outputs, and we have here only 3 diamond prices, but that's why I told you that this lamp is twice as often, this lamp gets twice as often lit compared to all of the other ones, because the chances are doubled. So I just chose to replace some of those blocks just to make it easier for me to wire everything up. We have now purple for diamonds, green for emeralds, and yellow for the nether star. And I just placed in here some item frames just according to the droppers below. And also additional blocks to just hide all the redstone. So now we just mark the nether star with yellow, purple for the diamond, and green for the emerald. And now we just have to connect all of those lines together. So we have here the purple output, so if this block gets moved forward by 1, it should power this redstone dust. Here the same goes for the green, like this. Then we have another purple, like that. Then 2 greens. Here another purple. This one should be lit because this line is also lit up. And then we have the yellow one, like this. And last but not least, another purple one like this. So if any of those redstone blocks get spit out, they just power the line and get you the price. And next step, we just wire everything up. So just block out 2 more blocks for the purple, and just put a line here and connect it up to all the other purples, like that. And so that the redstone signal doesn't get too weak, we just place a repeater in here and connect it to the last line, like this. And then finally we can just connect it up to the dropper, and it just should get us a diamond. Nice. The diamond you saw here, the other diamond is just from a test before. So next we want to wire all the green ones up, so we can just do it like this here, and just power this section here. This section here first, and then just grab more blocks, block up 1, and just connect all the green lines. You want to make sure to not interfere like that with some purple lines, so maybe just replace this block with 1 block lower, and then place in another green block here to just cut this line off. So if a green line is powered, it doesn't power the purple line as well, so really make sure that you do not mess it up. Otherwise you will get more prices or multiple prices with 1 lamp lit up, and you don't want to do that. So make sure that your lines of redstone are not intersecting at any point here, so just wire it up very carefully like that. You can pause the video again if you want to look at it. And last but not least, we want to wire up the yellow line like this, and just block up, remove the supporting blocks like this, just prevent it from connecting to the green line, and then just block down again like this. And here also we have to prevent it from connecting to this line. Then just put redstone on top of everyone, remove the supporting blocks if you want to, and then just count. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So it should be fine to power it with enough signal strength. And now if I play the wheel again, you can see that yeah, this block gets retracted. And as we stop at, for example, come on wheel, stop at a diamond, we get a diamond because now this redstone block got moved 1 block forward by the piston. Just play it again. We see this block get retracted, so everything is in line now. And if the casino stops at some point, yeah, this time we won an emerald, this piston got moved forward, so we should also see an emerald here. Perfect. So yeah, that's basically the tutorial. I think, yeah, it lasted way longer than I thought, but it's a very complex build, and it's also a very large redstone contraption, and of course you can compact this part down a lot. However, I decided to do not do it for this video, because it's much harder to explain it if you do not compact it down. And yeah, of course there's also a world download in the description as always. And yeah, the last thing you want to do with your casino is just decorated like this, for example. You can just throw in some fancy quartz pillars. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just like that, for example. You can also hide your droppers above if you want to do it like this, and so if you stand here you do not see the droppers, and you just get your prices spit up towards you. So yeah, now everything works. We have the Soulfire, we have the Wheel of Fortune turning, and we also get the correct prices. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Just let me know if it's too long, or if I should not explain the videos in detail, or in that detail I do. I try to explain every single component because I really want you to understand the redstone tech behind it, and I should just build it. And yeah, for those people who do not watch the whole video, just download the world download, just play with the world, and yeah, I think that sums it up very good. So thank you again for watching, and yeah, if you made it this far into the video, consider liking and subscribing to RTsWorld. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.